back to Handpan 360 lesson 2. Okay, so today I want to talk about scales. Today we're going to talk particularly about one scale exercise and an AP count. A scale exercise, the way I think about it, is basically anything that ascends or descends in a similar way, moves in a similar way, in the exact same way actually, like a computer program. You plug in a certain set of parameters and you always do those in a particular way. So a common scale exercise is just running from the bottom to the top. Okay, and this is a fine way to practice scales, but for me this isn't so interesting. It doesn't make me want to really practice too much. Okay, now what? So I like to focus on working with scale segments, smaller chunks. In this particular one, we're going to work with 4 notes. We're always going to start with the 0 in position 1. And then we're going to ascend 4 notes sequentially in a row. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. When we get to the top of those 4 notes, we're going to turn right back around without repeating. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we start over. 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. So to recap the numbering system, we start with 0, which is the center tone, the lowest note. Now, all of these exercises we're going to start working on are in what I call position 1. That means the next lowest tone field after 0, in this case it's the low E, this is a Golden Gate halo, is at your belly button. And so then we number sequentially. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay? So there are other ways to work these exercises in different positions. Like I said, we're going to focus on position 1. But to give you a run through the various ways to work, if you put tone field 2 in front of your belly button, I would call that position 2. If you put tone field 3, 1, 2, 3, now we're in position 3. And so on and so forth. Position 4, tone field 4, in front of our belly button. Position 5. Position 6. And position 7. Going through the numbering system on an 8-note pan, same thing as before, we just have an extra note at the top. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And last but not least, for a 9-note instrument, going through the basic numbering system, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now, an interesting thing about this numbering system, as we move forward, there are little tricks to recognize where a number is on the pan more quickly. It sounds super simplistic, but I'll put up a grid here where you can see the way that if you split the pan in half, you have a very clear distinction in the numbering. You have odds. If you have 1 at your belly button, you have odds moving to your right. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And evens on your left. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so let's look at the first block of this scale exercise. We can practice these stringing multiple 8 grids together in a row, but to begin with, let's do one at a time and really get it so that, as we were speaking before, it gets naturally into your flow where you don't really have to think about it at all. If you'll notice, we're still working with an alternating hand method. So in this case, we start with the left hand. And that will be the reason why will become clear as we continue to move on. But here we start with 0, and then we move to 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. So again, always going to start with 0 in the 1 block, and then we move up 4 notes and come right back down. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you can see the zigzagging and the fact that no hand is striking twice in a row. If that were the case, you would see 2 numbers next to each other, always, always alternating. And so what we're trying to do with these scale exercises is really understand exactly how this zigzag is internalized, starting from anywhere and moving in any direction. So eventually, we just know wherever we start, so for me, this isn't the only way to play by any means. There are many interesting ways to play that aren't fully sequential. But what is useful about this approach is it really helps you internalize the scale. Whatever the pan is, one of the first things I do when I start to jam is really start to first get a feel for the ding, or the center tone, and the shoulders, and then start to work the scale. Like, how does it feel, one note to the next? This is starting to paint a picture of what's possible as I listen. So as a side note, it's useful as you're doing these scale exercises to really pay attention to what the feeling of one note to another feels like. Because from pan to pan, it'll be very different. And if we can pay attention to those minute differences and the emotional response we have to them, then we can start to paint more effectively. If we know from 1 to 2 is a half step and it's going to sound kind of eerie, or if we know, and you don't need to know the specific names, half step, whole step, fifth, you just need to know the effect it has on you when you play it next to one another. So we're gathering information about this scale, and we're starting to internalize this zigzag motion in all directions. So we want to get it down where it really is at the point where we don't have to think about it much. And that doesn't mean tight. We want to be able to have full control at whatever speed we're playing at. Okay, so with the second grouping of this particular exercise, we continue starting with the center tone, the 0. And now we're doing the same thing. We're ascending a group of 4 notes sequentially, but we're scooting everything up 1 note. So instead of starting on 1, we start on 2. And you will see that if we do that, in order to not be crisscrossed, we need to switch our lead hand. This is why I love this particular scale exercise, because it really helps with left-right hand dominance. So here we go. Starting with the right hand, moving up 4 notes, then coming right back, starting with tone field 2 after the center. Right hand, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 0. 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 0. Okay, so you'll notice I'm doing my best to sing the notes that I'm playing as I'm running the scale exercise. My good friend Maxime was the one who turned me on to this exercise, and it's extremely helpful in internalizing your scale so that you can start to think about composition from a more intuitive place as you feel the movement of the scale in your body through your voice, through the repetition of singing the notes. So the previous one started on the 2, so the next one we're going to scoot it up to the 3. Again, we switch our lead hand, now opening with the left. If you're confused at any point, you can tell really quickly because you'll be crisscrossing if you're starting with the wrong lead. Because remember, one hand after the other, no 2 hands striking twice in a row within 1 block. Okay, so here we go. Starting with the left. 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3. 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3. So again, remember all of these, I forgot to mention it earlier, but all of these are in position 1. Meaning tone field 1, always at my belly button. Now let's look at the next one. Again, lead hand switches. So starting with the right, moving on to 4 after that, up 4 and back down with no repetitions. 0, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 0, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 0, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 0. Okay, so moving on. We have gotten to the top in the previous exercise. In the previous exercise, we hit the end of the road with a 7-note pan. So we can't scoot it up anymore, there are no more notes. So we need to turn around. So here we are with the exact same notion, but now descending. So instead of moving up 4 notes, now we start with 4 notes moving downward, and then we turn around and move right back up. So starting with the first one of the descending series, here we are, starting with the left hand, 0, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2. Okay, moving on down the line to the next grid in the descending series. Right hand lead, 0, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's look at the last 2 grids in the descending series. Starting with the left hand, 0, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, moving on to the last grid in the descending series, starting with the right hand, 0, 0, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 0. 0, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 0. And then turning it around, we move on to the last, or the first grid in the descending series. Starting with the right hand, 0, 0, 8. 0, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay, here we are with the last series, the last of the ascending and the first of the descending if you have a 9-note pan. So I'll demo that. If you have a 10 or 11 or 12, you're on your own. But the same process holds true to those. The lead hand switches each time and you just keep moving on, depending upon where your placement is in 11 and 12 note pans. Okay, so here we go with the last grid of the ascending series for a 9-note pan. Starting with the right hand, 0, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 0, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 0, 8, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 0, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6. Flipping it around, left hand now leading. 0, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. So again, this is just one scale exercise. We'll be going over a bunch more of these different ways of running the scales. I particularly like this one because of the groove it sets with that anchor. You can really easily merge this into rhythms that we've worked on in the previous lesson and in episodes to come. Lessons, make sure that you're really watching your speed, that you're doing it at a speed where absolutely everything, every part of the grid is moving perfectly without any deviation in what you're intending to do. If at the first sign that there is a deviation from what you're trying to do, slow down. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Make sure, even if it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really slow. You can't play too slowly. When you're here, what you're doing is you're starting to embed this successful movement into your hand. Okay, so there are many ways to run these exercises. One way is you can grab one of them. Let's say in this case it's 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then flip it. What's interesting and fun about this particular system is when you flip it, the lead hand will flip as well. So okay, and the way to run these smoothly that I'm going to demo is doing 3 regular, and on the 4th one we stop at the 3 part in the rhythm, which is either at the very top before we turn around or at the bottom before we turn around and go back up. And we silently count, I'll whisper, the rest of it so that we can switch our hands without having to scramble. It's a good exercise for starting to internalize the beat with more spaciousness and being able to still come in on the down. Okay. I'm going to count the timing for these ones, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 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 3 and 4 And this is a great model that you can utilize to switch between different boxes. Okay, so here we'll demo moving all the way up the scale, utilizing this form, keeping the breaks, doing 3 regular. On the 4th one, we stop at the 3 part of the rhythm and count these silently, and then we move on. We'll move from the bottom all the way to the top and then turn it around seamlessly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and kinds of scale exercises, you really start to internalize the vibe of each pan. We'll talk more about that when we get into composition. But for now, we'll just appreciate the differences between Golden Gate, Shiraz, and Avalon. Almost as far ends of the spectrum as you can get. Like I said, you can run these in little chunks back and forth. Really is up to you. Most important thing, of course, as always, try to have fun with it. If you're not having fun, do something else. Take a break. And again, a reminder, look at the grid as long as you need to learn it, not longer. Then we're really trying to feel it and practice the groove. Okay. And so we got finished with the 8-note E-flat Shiraz. Now let's look at the 9-note Avalon, and we'll go a little bit faster. I hope you enjoyed our scale lesson number 1, Halo Fest. Future episodes will have more scales. We'll go over some technical things, split finger, composition, a bunch of really fun stuff, vertical play coming up in the queue, all sorts of fun things. So please stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, that way you'll stay up to date with all of the things that we're doing. If you want to see what else we're doing, we offer in-person intensives, one-on-one, and larger group intensives around the world. So check it out on handpan360.com and on the Facebook, Handpan360. If you feel inspired to share your practice session, I'd love to hear this scale exercise flowing on different scales. Like in the previous episode, there are charts of everything that we went through down below in a Google Drive file in the description. So just click on that and you should have access to those. Okay, have a beautiful day.